Do you ever find yourself hating Reddit a little bit? A lot? If so, why? Serious. There are a lot of assholes here. Your average Redditor reminds me of myself as a self-important teenager who thought they had everything figured out. It depends on which subreddits you visit really. Some are amazing wastes of time, while some can infuriate you to no end. I've been on Reddit for 9 years. I didn't feel like there was a need to start filtering subreddits until 3 years ago. I think I'm up to about 30 now. I'm not even going out of my way to find these subreddits. I came in contact with them because they hit top of our all very frequently. The amount of garbage content on this website is astounding. All while Redditors shit on other media platforms for being inferior. Sometimes I really hate some parts of Reddit because of hive mind, and users that think that Reddit karma is the most valuable treasure in the world. I haven't experienced this personally, but I saw someone posted a comment about giving tips to someone how to get more karma. Like, karma is just an instrument for moderators to see if person posts good content or not. That's it. I hate when they downvote an opinion they disagree with. Better yet, when they downvote a fact that contradicts their previously held worldview. Fairly often, actually. I'm still here because the news aggregation is super useful for learning stuff, and because the memes are sometimes funny, even though only 1 in 100 posts, or even fewer, is actually any good. It's easier to discover stuff here than elsewhere. But holy shit, is the garbage. The majority of posts is people making the same lame jokes and references over and over again, as though repeating something that was mildly funny once will make them into a comedian. Reddit is basically just low-effort content recycled and repeated ad nauseum, monsieur. Lately, though, I've been getting so little value out of Reddit relative to the amount of pure trash I have to sift through that I really feel like I ought to quit. But the addiction is real, and I don't know what to replace the Reddit habit with. When I first got on Reddit, I frequently would read a humorous comment and think, damn, that's kind of clever, pretty funny. That person must have a good sense of humor. After a few months I realized that unless the joke is very specific to the subject at hand, it's almost certainly recycled from 1,000 other people. But then every now and then in one of the threads on AskReddit someone will tell a story that's uproariously funny and kind of makes sorting through the bullshit worth it. I don't like how it's essentially an echo chamber for a lot of things. The same video 8 times on 8 different subs. It's still lots better than Facebook though, holy shit. Right. Our instant karma, our justice served, and our convenient cop are all almost the exact same subs. Same goes for our be-mazed and our next fucking level. I'm a woman. Do you know how much Reddit in general hates women? Yes. This so much. I really feel like the daily front page Karen posts have been a symptom of Reddit's thriving incel community with its urgent need to feel superior to women. If someone posts a story about some guy doing something selfish or reprehensible, it will get attention and outrage. Post the same story but change the subject to "stupid girl," and it will really take off. I've noticed over the years that Reddit gets especially energized by this specific phrasing. Also, the saying, "men have it worse than women," will rally the base in any major sub. It is so disappointing that there can be so much support for these attitudes in such a large community. The racism and misogyny, it's insidious. Really. It creeps into a lot of places you wouldn't expect it to. Especially fandom subs. There's a lot of weirdly enthusiastic fantasy racism in the Elder Scrolls communities on here that really skeeves me out. And then on the other hand, there's all the overtly fetishistic porn subs inventing increasingly specific ways to dehumanize women. A lot. The longer you're on this sub in particular, the more you realize it's the same 20 questions making it to the top of hot over and over again. And the same exact answers getting the most upvotes. And yet somehow people can't seem to get enough of the same exact thing over and over again. I'm a Christian, and I've been bashed a lot for my beliefs. I don't hate them for it. In fact, I'm not even angry. It just saddens me that they have such a bad view of Christianity. People who think they're superior to everyone. Sometimes I spend my time writing a really cool reply, I think. But then it gets buried under 200 other comments, so I just delete it and hate Reddit for its upvote system and then hate myself afterward. Yeah, sometimes cause people here can be so fussy and ignorant, making a huge deal out shit. For a while I spent too much time on here and became hyper-aware of any personal behavior that was condemned by the Reddit hive mind. There's lots of people on here, sure, but it's in no way representative of how most people IRL think. In real life, most people don't have a whole negative personality map lined up for you the minute they know that you smoke cigarettes, identify as a feminist, or talk to your grandma on speakerphone in public 3 years ago when your phone was busted and only worked on speakerphone. I encounter a ton of people that demand an honest debate and lie straight out of the gate. You cannot debate a liar. You're simply dancing for the monsieur. I hate it about as much as I love it. The hive mind is real. Whether it's something you agree with or disagree with, there's a consensus, and most of the time, anyone who goes against it or even questions it gets downvoted to oblivion. Of course, karma doesn't matter, but it's still annoying, especially if it's fairly benign. I'm usually finding myself hating Reddit a lot. I periodically leave groups that are getting too toxic, and I've had to revise my approach dealing with trolls several times. I'm considering just deleting it since it does more harm than good. But there are things I find useful. It's the hive mind, that people make assumptions about you based on one comment, and people generally assume the worst about you. Watek Payoff Ledi was so therapeutic and showed how fragile life can be. I'll never ever understand how people can enjoy these blood-curdling videos of other people losing parents, siblings, children, spouses, and friends all the time. For a start, everyone is upping the protesters and making the police seem like the bad guys, yet there are multiple protesters doing illegal shit like breaking stuff, stealing shit, and putting stuff on fire. I mean, the police have bad people too, but no one talks about the good cops or the cops who do everything correctly. They just portray them as the bad guys. I have seen multiple posts of above 50k where they belittle police as a whole, and I think it's hypocritical and irritating, and I hate Reddit so much for this. Admittedly, I am biased since my sister is in the police, but still the police hate boner is so bad. RN. I hate it a lot. Virtue signaling, groupthink, discrimination, hatred. Been told to kill myself many times. Reddit has plenty of the toxicity that social media is known for. I contemplate deleting my account and never looking back often. Reddit is a massive circle jerk, so it's very annoying to see the same opinions every day for every thing. The fact that you can't say anything remotely negative, even if it's perfectly justified, without everyone grilling you and downvoting your comment or post, depends on subreddit. I hate the people on IATA that are clearly telling a story to favor them or in order to get an ego boost. If I even try to suggest there might be a compromise on IATA, I get -20 downvotes and yelled at. I try not to stray from my chosen subreddits, because when I do, all I seem to encounter are a bunch of teenagers and young adults without a whole lot of life experience, thinking that if they get aggressive they somehow come across as educated or knowledgeable or just correct. I get it. I was a one myself once. But without these platforms to sprout my shit on, I can only imagine some of the crap I would have put out there, thinking I was somehow more enlightened than my elders. I have been on Reddit for 9 years and I do learn a lot, so until somewhere else gives me a better alternative, I will stay. But boy, have I noticing a shift in the overall tone of the place. It is definitely not what it used to be. Agree 100%. Inexperienced, ignorant posters try to play expert and impress their friends. It's ugly, because the ignorance gets perpetuated offline. Reddit makes people more ignorant IRL. In some ways, it's getting very repetitive in every subreddit, including this one. It feels like a massive circle jerk most of the time. I hated Reddit and was off of it for a long time and just came back a few months ago. I started treating it as a professional development tool and spend most of my time on subs where I can learn things from people who I share a hobby with. I am having a way better time than my last round on Reddit, which was like 2012-2013. It's what you make of it, just like anything else in life. A lot. It's bad for my productivity. Between Reddit and YouTube, it's a struggle to get anything done. Especially YouTube. There's so much on YouTube that there's also like nothing to watch. People who downvote based on opinion. Even though you don't like it, it still starts a meaningful conversation. The mods are often power-hungry dictators that work for their Chinese bosses. It's hard to deal with the misogyny on here. It's so tiring and depressing. Oh yeah? Reddit sucks ass. I don't think I hate a single thing more. Unfortunately, there is no other larger group of small communities. I get jumped a lot by people of my own community on Reddit. I belong to a specific group of people and they will massively downvote me if I say the wrong thing on subreddits. I fucking hate it. It just happened in a thread in one and it makes me hate the whole community again. Yes, liberals have shut down any resemblance of free speech on any bipartisan political subreddit. I've been banned from some subs for posting a PDF copy of a government document. It's ridiculous. Can I ask what specifically you posted to where that got you banned? Judging by their post history, probably one that is either faked, features the name of the whistleblower from the Trump-Ukraine affair, or is bigoted, conspiratorial in some capacity. I feel like Reddit doesn't understand that the cops controlling riots are people too. Sure, there are some shitty cops that are power-hungry, but not all of them are. And they have to deal with protests all day, and when they do their job and arrest someone, they get called horrible names and shit like that. I absolutely despise these places. I hate how much of an echo chamber it is, like it's the same shit all the time. I feel like I'm in a asylum when viewing some of the subreddits. Like TikTok bad, Minecraft good, and Fortnite bad. And then if you disagree you get bullied for it, and not only that, I hate the moderators and getting mouthed for reposting. I find it really annoying how everyone on Reddit has to be the smarter person or right about literally anything. Plus it can get so complicated to post, and the rules are so pedantic on some subreddits that you can't even comment. Never. I made a MA in German. It was very important for me to share my experience and anything else. They downvote in the abyss. Well, what's it like living in Germany? Honestly, the first time I went on the subreddit ban video games to see what it was like, I didn't enjoy seeing the posts. After a while, I understood what a satire subreddit was. But even then, I don't go on that subreddit much. I hate how everyone can turn on you in 1 second. Yes, they are not physically in front of me attacking me, but still. I started going on Reddit as a fun escape to relax and have a laugh, but everything is super negative now. It feels like every AskReddit question is what you hate about blank. Quote. Even the humor subreddits feel like it's only centered on negative things in the world. I don't even go on political subreddits, but everything is just angry or pessimistic. I want to be informed, but I have legitimate news sources to bring me down. I don't need Reddit to do that, for sure. The complete anonymity means people usually have the gall to say things they would never stand by, just for the sake of saying it. On top of that, who knows how many accounts are bots? Who knows how many accounts have corporations or marketing prospects behind them? A lot of people who describe themselves as Redditors aren't ready to admit that it is no longer niche or different from any other social media. They're all commodified and share a lot of the exact same content. Honestly, The lack of a variety, originality in posts. If I sort by hot, then I see the same posts every time I get on. If I sort by best, then I see the same posts every time I get on. But they're reposted every 3 hours by other people. If I sort by new, then it's a shitload of garbage. Also, subs allowing faked posts and posts not relevant to the subject matter. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.